Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome
Hi.
to season 3, episode 1 of This Is Us. It's been a while now, folks. How are you guys? How are you doing? I hope you guys are well. Thank you for coming through this journey with us. And before we go on this, introducing our fellow guests or hosts or panelists, as we'll call them, just want to say hit the subscribe button, follow us, watch it on YouTube, go on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Those people were good with the technology. Come on. We're even on crypto.com these days. You can buy crypto. I'm just joking. Just wanted to put that in there. Now we've got Sandra. Hi, Sandra.
Hi. Hi,
We've
G.
got Nana with us as well. Hi, Nana.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Good. Sandra, I hear you're a bit under the weather, as we say. Thank you for coming despite that. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling much better now. Thank you.
Okay. It seems like the cold kind of suits you. Your voice has become gravelly like Barry White. I'm feeling it. It sounds very good. I like that. Nana, yes,
Yeah.
from a past life, me and you used to hang out.
Yes,
know
we
what I mean.
did.
Yeah. So
It's been
nice
a
to see you
while.
here. Yeah,
It's
it's been a
very
while.
nice to see you
We need to
too.
come back to our projects. Nice to have you
Yes, we
guys here.
do.
Great. Nice to see you guys here. Thank you, folks. And we're going to go straight into the topic, the discussion we'll be having today. I promise you it's going to be hot. Yeah, coming from these two wonderful ladies. Now, we're going to be talking about dates. Now, first of all, what is a date? What does it encompass? What is a date? Say I'm going out on a date. What is it? What is that? Can just going out to hang out with friends for coffee or tea, can that be described as a date? Come on, Flo, let me know.
I think
Tell
so.
me what a date is.
But I think so. I think a date is whatever you determine what a date is. And you can have friendship dates, but I guess in the romantic sense, for me, if I say I'm going out on a date, it might be going out to grab a coffee. You might be, I don't know, going to the gallery. It depends on what the two parties have agreed to do. I think for me, it's about, are we doing something together which allows us to get to know each other a bit better?
Okay, so that will make it a date because you're doing something that make you guys know each other better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. What do you think, Sandra?
I'm the same. You make it. It's how you want to make it look. How you want to make it. So, a date to me is going out to have lunch with someone or dinner, or just going to do outdoor activities. But it gives us that space to get to know each other better and build some sort of friendship from there. So to me, that's a date.
So what I'm getting is, for it to be a date, it must be somebody interested in somebody. So say, for example, if I wasn't interested in my work colleague, but I just say, hey, Sandra, can we go grab a cup of coffee? Can that not be a date?
That's like a work date? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I say. That could be a friendship date.
Friendship, what date? I don't know.
Oh, so can it not turn into a date later? Can it turn
or going
into
out with your
later?
work colleagues? I mean, you can decide later on if you want to change the dynamics of your relationship, whereby you no longer want it to be just a working relationship.
Yeah, because the reason I put that there, because long time ago, a work colleague wanted us to go have a coffee after we did some work together. And we were unable to get a date to go because our work is so busy. And I kept pushing, and she turned it back and said, I hope you know it's not a date. I'm like, where did that come from? So that's why I'm asking.
Right.
That's why I'm pushing. What is a date? Is it the persistence, the insistence from my side to say, hey, my coffee. When are we going to get this free coffee or whatever?
I think I don't know, but from her perspective, perhaps because you were insistent on going for this coffee, she probably assumed that maybe, sometimes as females, she assumed you're making a move on her. I mean,
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. For money, will you go on a date? I don't want to put any figures. For money, will you go on a date with somebody?
So how much are we talking about here?
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Let's put a figure on it.
I'm not putting a figure on it. For money, will you go on a date? I'll come to
Okay.
figures. For money, will you go on the dates?
See, my natural instinct is to say no, but I understand. No, that's my. I mean, but honestly, if I go on a date and you're like, "Oh, take this money," okay, thanks.
Okay, because why I asked though, I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago, and he was telling me of another friend. This is official
Okay.
business in London now. Trust me. He's saying
Oh,
he
here
was
we
saying to
go.
me that
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Here we
yeah.
go.
And look, in fact, and he was saying this friend told him that a lot of I'm not ageist. There are a lot of not single. There are a lot of women out there who pay young men to go on a date with them. Not all of them end up to be sexual romantic dates, but just for somebody to be there with them. And he was asking me, will you do it? I'm like, if they come with a Bentley and they give me money and
That's
it's
exactly what
healthy,
I
I'll
said.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a business now. So will you do it for fun or for business? I'm throwing this out there.
I wouldn't do it. I couldn't. I mean, I love conversation and I think
Okay.
I'm good at it, but I don't think I'd like to be paid. It's like, what do you take me for? Like,
So you're saying you love conversation. I want to pay you not to talk with me. You don't want to
Exactly,
take the
to
money.
talk. She doesn't want the money.
but
Please
then
ask her.
what there must be something attached to it though. There must be more attached to it than just a conversation.
But you're
It could lead
assuming
to
there's
something
more
else.
attached to it.
No, there's always. Come on.
Okay,
There's an
this woman.
assumption.
Okay, this woman sees me. Wow, young, not young. I'm not young. I can't say I'm young any longer. Oh, gray beard dude. You know, hey, come over here. Come over here. And she starts saying, this is a proposal of God. Twice every week, I want you to be my handbag. Just follow me out. Go to the, whether you did the library or the theater or the pub, just be with me. Have conversations with me. I'll pay you $1,000 every week, Jude. What do you guys think I should say? Not
Yes,
do it?
No strings,
Jude.
no strings attached.
Jude, you need to say yes.
She's always
Exactly.
gonna want more.
That's 4K a month.
She will want more.
Why do you think she will ask more? She's giving me
Before
terms of
you know
contracts.
it, like maybe you start talking, it's just the way you talk, start making her feel some type of way. Maybe the way you touch your beard, and she's like, oh. And then
Sandra,
what?
Sandra, just because one person, right? If you have an agreement and you have a contract, we agree, the both of us have agreed as two adults. We've consented that we're doing this, whereby you're accompanying me to dates, and you then decide on your own accord that you want something else. It's not a one-way street. I have to agree, right, to do so. So if you bring that to me after we spent quite a couple of months together, going on dates where you're paying me for my services essentially, and you then want to change the terms of that contract, I have the right to I can say whether or not I'm going to go ahead with it. It's not a one-way street. Just because you've now developed feelings or you want to take it further doesn't mean I have to agree to it. Absolutely not. Our initial agreement was for me to turn up and accompany you to dates, and I fulfilled that. Anything further, the both of us have to agree. So if I'm like, babe, that's nice, but I like our current agreement as it is, and I can't provide you with anything more, that should be good enough. It doesn't have to necessarily go any further.
But you think that kind of relationship can be sustained though?
It can't.
But people do it. And that's and this is what I'm saying. There's a thriving industry.
Yeah, it is. That's what we heard. Sandra, why do you think it can be sustained? Why? Tell us something. It seems that there's something you're hiding. Come on, spill it out.
What? I'm not hiding anything.
Not hiding or anything. Just something in your head that you want to tell us. Tell us.
I swear.
Oh, okay. Do you think if I got that proposal, I'm married, you think I should discuss it with my wife before I go on it?
Definitely.
Yes.
If she says no. Well, she says no.
If she says no, what do you think I said?
Well,
what?
Don't do it. She says no.
Let me be quiet.
In this climate, this financial climate in England, don't you take £1,000 for 2 days a week?
Please, you know they're about to increase taxes.
So that will put me in the 20% bracket or the 40% bracket.
They're about to increase taxes. So multiple streams of income.
So Sandra, you saying if you told your boyfriend or your partner, for example, I met this dude, this older dude, and he's saying twice every week, I want you to come escort me to the theaters, those nice places, nice pubs, nice cafes, and I'll give you a grand twice a week. And your boyfriend say, no way, I'm putting my foot down. You're saying you won't go?
He's not my husband.
Okay,
Just my
that's different dynamic.
boyfriend.
Okay.
Is he gonna give me
Okay.
the grand? My boyfriend.
Okay.
If I don't go.
Let's take it up
Is
a
your
notch.
boyfriend-
What have you proposed?
you want your boyfriend to give you the grand? If you say
No,
if
if
you say no.
Well,
Are
I
you
don't
going
even
to
think
run
it's
my
something
money?
I would
Because
even
that's
tell.
cash loss.
I don't think it's something I would tell my boyfriend. Like,
You're keeping
"Babe,
secrets.
so
Okay.
this man wants me to
Mm-hmm.
hang out with him for a grand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can tell my boyfriend.
So, but
You're-
earlier, just now, you guys wanted me to tell my wife. Why do you think I should tell her? A grand is coming. Do you think she
She
will
your
care?
wife. She your wife. She's not your
Okay.
girlfriend.
To be fair,
go on.
it depends. I'm thinking about it now, right? I'm like,
Mm.
it depends on it. It all depends on the type of relationship you're in. I just feel like you're married, okay? So I feel like marriage, well, open book. You're meant to be telling each other everything. I hear.
Exactly.
I don't know
Mhm,
how
mhm, mhm.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what we hear. That the two are one.
Are you open to your wife, Jude?
So
I'm kind of an open book.
I'm honestly like working on the assumptions of things that I've been told about marriage. I'm not married, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But you ask,
Yeah.
I would presume that you would have that discussion with your wife and tell them that, baby, this is what's happening. What do you think? I mean, you can say that just because you ask for somebody's opinion on a matter and you tell them something doesn't mean that you're going to do whatever they say.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. You can respect somebody's opinion and still decide to do exactly what you want to do. And I do that a lot, so I should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, most times when I've decided I'm doing something, my friends will tell me I'll still do exactly what I want. I only ever listen when I haven't decided.
Yeah. What did you say, Sandra?
What's the point seeking for their opinion if you're not going to listen to them?
I guess you're just trying to be civil, trying to be kind of respectful of the other person.
So I'm just telling you just so you know, not because I
I see where you're coming from. No, not really. That would be rude. So I'm telling you that this is a proposal of God. But it might turn out that if you were my wife and you then said no, because the person who's asking is a woman, and you know that one of us might develop feelings later, I might say, I'll put my reasons down there for you. Why can't I do this? We need extra money. We need money. Not everything works with money. That's an extra grand. Yeah. HMRC, please don't listen to this. It might be cash in hand, so be tax free. Money at the source. So that's extra money, man. It will take a lot of stress away from my life currently, as it were. So it might cause some friction. So it's the question whether you should bring that discussion home at all. Whether you just do it anyway, and say something else that you're doing. As long as the money is coming, you don't think it will work?
I couldn't do it, to be honest. Getting paid to just have conversation with someone, I don't think I can do that.
Sandra, but you can do it for free. How many days have you been on that people have wasted your time? Even me, that sometimes, and I'll leave the day and I'm like, I just wasted my time.
Exactly.
And I'm a good conversationalist. You make me come and talk for free, and you wasted my time. Have you never? I've been on dates where I'm going home. I'm maybe angry I did not stay in my house. Sometimes I'm like, should I stayed home and eating my rice?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So why not get paid? I guess the dynamic is we're looking at okay, if my friend came and said, "Oh, Jude, let's talk. I'm going through stuff," so we might just walk around the area or the neighborhood or the park. Okay, but this person is saying, I need you to come with me to the library, come with me to theaters. I go twice a week. I need you to come with me to the cinemas. And we already, somewhere in our head, we've already associated these sort of places with romantic dates where people meet, where couples go to. I guess that's what it is. What do you think?
What was the question again? Sorry.
So I'm saying, what if you were just 2 days a week escort me to the hospital as opposed to the theater and photo galleries and pubs? Would that still constitute as somebody being paid for a date?
Oh God. Does it ever happen? Like, you just twisted.
It does happen. It does happen. because we have a lot of lonely people. It does happen. People do pay. It's a thriving business. It is a thriving business.
I need to consider this business.
You're thinking about it already?
I mean, on the flip side, I think, do you know what it is? I think, I don't know what it is. I think for some people, it's quite, they just paying to go on a date and paying, I don't know, to spend time with somebody. A lot of people have issues with it because instantly what comes into mind is that, oh, prostitution, I might as well be a prostitute.
I see.
And I think, I mean, for some people, that's honestly what it is. Like, they're like, wait, so what's the difference? Like, if I'm paying, but then I'm like, I always say this, I'm like, I personally don't have an issue with it because I honestly say, I'm in a capitalist market. We literally pay for everything. We literally pay.
Oh God, I was going to talk about it.
So I don't know why it becomes, when it's okay, yeah, you're offering to, I'm offering a service and you want to pay me for it. Why is it then like, oh my God, no, we shouldn't let's not attach money to that. You're supposed to do these things for free. Yeah, it's fine if that's what you want to do, but let's in a context whereby this is business, right? This is not romantic. This is not romance. I'm not going out dating you saying, okay, this is somebody that I like, that I potentially want to be in a relationship with. I am purely offering my time because you want companionship. For me, I think there's a clear distinction between the two. Of course, if I'm seriously dating someone, there's no way in hell I'm going to tell my boyfriend, oh, you need to pay me £1,000 to go on a date with me. That is just ludicrous. That is stupidity.
Well, don't you think in this day and age where I've heard stories on Instagrams, I've heard stories on other talk shows where people get disappointed after they've dated for a couple of times and things are not moving fast enough. Don't you think, to stop all of those time wasting, hold the mail? You know where I'm coming from, Sandra.
I'm charging you for my time. Don't waste my time.
The man and the woman should pay each other. So if Jude is asking Sandra or Nana out on a date, I should pay you £80 for that day. If I waste it, that's it. Next time again, I pay another 80. If you were the one saying, Jude, can we go out for a movie? You should pay me 40 quid. That will cut out all the waste because it's capitalist system. My time is precious. Don't you think so?
Okay, that Jude went from one extreme to the next. He said every single day. That is so extreme. I can understand, right? I can understand footing the bill for the date. If I'm like, okay, let's do this, I have no issues with footing the bill because I asked you out. I think if you ask somebody else, pay for the date. Do not come and tell me let's go 50-50. If not, please don't come and ask me out. If I ask you out, unless we're in a long-term relationship whereby we have a thing whereby, okay, we go out all the time, it's 50-50. But if I'm asking you out, I think it's date etiquette. If I go and ask a man out, best believe I am paying for it because I asked him out.
Okay, that's almost the same though. That's almost the same. You're paying in food and drinks.
Yeah, but because I'm covering the cost.
For cash. I'm asking for cash. How do you call it?
Yeah, but Jude, you want
cash in hand first before we move.
Jude, if I now give you cash in hand now, who's now going to pay for the dinner? And who's going to pay for our entry into the gallery? He's going to pay for all of that.
I think we can go 50-50 on that then.
So so you want me to pay? So
yeah.
Pay for
because
your time.
Asked me out. So you asked me out. So whatever you pay, when we're out on that date, you'll be thinking seriously, I just paid this dude 150. I better not waste this time. You maximize the time. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what happens if he wastes your time? Do you get a reimbursement? Like
exactly. Right. Now you got my gist. If he wastes your time during that, he will reimburse that money, or he won't pay more fine. Simple, yeah.
So what happens? So in terms of him reimbursing the money, right? What constitutes? Well, how are we going to be like, yeah, you wasted my time, give me back my money? And he's like, no, I spoke to you for 2 hours. We had good conversations. Even though maybe in his mind he may have provided you with like an excellent time, but you don't agree. What happens then? How do we go about reimbursing money when the two parties are in disagreement as to what they got?
I guess, Sandra, correct me if I'm wrong. I guess there are expectations, so you'll be able to measure whether your expectations were met that night. Yeah,
obviously. But how would you get reimbursed then if your expectations weren't met?
Yeah,
you're asking for the money there and then. Give it back, please.
What if he says no? He says get out, Joe.
Then you cut your loose. You know it's the wrong investment. Bye. You know,
Oh,
that's,
what?
that's
This
a
is not shares.
cryptocurrency
I am
gone
not an
wrong.
equity shareholder.
That's what I'm saying. It's a cryptocurrency
I
gone wrong. You
I
cut your
am not an
losses.
equity shareholder. That is crazy.
No, trust me, we're getting there very close. The whole world is becoming hybrid. You call
I
your you
know.
call. Trust me, it's coming.
Honestly, we have become on unfortunately. I mean, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but we are obsessed with money, and that's
Yeah,
just
it
what
is
it
coming.
is.
It's
As much as people like to deny it, having
Mhm,
money does make life easier.
It
mhm.
does.
It
Yeah,
does.
it makes your dating experience even better. Let's be
Oh,
honest. Have you ever dated
yes.
somebody with money? Ah, it is sweet.
I have.
You know this
Can
guy.
I-
Let's be for real.
You know Salt Bay. Salt Bay is in
Yeah.
town. I would love for a woman to take me to Salt Bay and and get me that meat
Wouldn't
in
you
my
like
mouth.
that? Wouldn't you like that?
And I don't think we can't deny that like having money in relationship it's nice. It is nice.
It is. It is.
I
I've
mean,
never been
that's
to
not
Santorini, Greece. My daughter talks about Santorini, Greece. I've never
all the
been there.
time.
Yeah,
I mean, you
see?
can go.
No, have you been
Yeah.
there?
But
No, actually,
if
I
somebody's
haven't been
taking
to
you, if
Santorini.
somebody's taking you there, not on your credit card, it will be more better. It will hit the head right. If somebody was paying the whole bill, or make
No,
Mykonos, or
I
you
think
know.
I've had experience someone taking me to some expensive restaurant. We
Mm.
ate up to like maybe £500 our
Ooh.
first date. I couldn't let him pay everything.
Oh.
Sandra,
It didn't
what
sit
did you
right
do?
with me. I
So
said
what
we're
Oh.
did you
gonna
do?
split the bill. Like I don't know you from nowhere.
Sandra,
Like, I couldn't let him
Sandra,
Oh.
pay the whole bill.
Sandra,
I
Wow.
couldn't. I just couldn't.
can
Yes,
I say
Nana.
something? Sandra,
Yes,
did he pick
yes,
did he
Nana.
pick the restaurant?
He picked the restaurant.
It
And
was
you
a
still
first
have to
date,
Asked me
pay.
right?
out. Yes, but it was just too much of a money for him to
Ah,
pay for
No,
someone he doesn't
you
even
good
know.
though.
no,
And
You good
then
though.
Sandra,
I
You're
said,
very
please let
Sandra.
good.
me pay for our
Mm.
drinks. I mean, let me pay for our
Do
drinks.
you know
I
what,
don't know that
Sandra?
to see you again.
Sandra, I used to be like that, right? And honestly, these days, it's me. Anyway, I always let you pick the rest wherever you want to go. I literally, if you ask me out and you say, oh, I want to take you, I don't like picking restaurants or picking like activities or picking things on a first date because I don't know what your pockets are saying. So I let
Mhm.
I
Oh
let
yeah.
the person who's asked me out,
Let the
you
person lead.
choose. Pick
Mm.
something that is I pick something that you can afford. If you're an
Mhm.
idiot and you go and go and take me, I don't know, take me to Novikov or you take me to Hakkasan, or I don't know, you take me to Kai Mayfair, knowing fully well because you looked at the menu, you know how much it is, and you can't afford it, and you know you can't afford two people dining at that restaurant. You have bad money management. I am not about to sit here
Bad
and
money
then
management.
I am not sitting down with you and calculating. I used to honestly, and even like I honestly used to, and I sat back. And sometimes I've actually got sometimes, you know what? When the bill comes. It's sometimes, and I honestly used to be like, okay, do you want to go? I always used to be like, oh, let's go. I used to do it all the time, all the time. But I'm
But
like,
he
if you're
was
asking me
offended.
out
He
on a
was
first
offended.
date,
He was
of course
offended, yeah?
he was Nigerian,
that
Abby.
obviously. He was offended.
So obviously. No. I think it was right for him to be offended, but it was so good what you did. I think it's a good virtue.
£500.
Yeah.
You, I
Because
don't know you from
me
nowhere.
too,
It's a
me
lot of
too.
money.
I've got some friends who are wealthy. When they've invited me out for, they know I like Indian meals. When they've invited me out to this expensive restaurant, I feel very guilty too when they want me to have everything, and I'm like, oh it's like, he said, Jude, it's fine. Have anything, drink anyone. I'm like, no. In my head, I'm just like, I can't do this. And the bill comes, and I'm like, just forget about it. We invited you. So yeah, it's good virtue. It's good virtue to have. But again, like Nana was saying, if you invited me to Nobu, then it's your business. You pay for everything, you know. Because I would be taking myself to Nobu. I would be taking myself to KFC or some mama put around the
Oh my
corner.
God.
I'm just joking.
I mean, no, but
Yeah.
there's still really nice restaurants that are like mid-range. So like pick what your pockets can afford. And I think that's what people really need to get to. It's about you understanding your pocket. You don't have to impress. At the end of the day, like I always say this, like if somebody likes you, you don't have to go that. You don't have to do all of that. If they like you, they like you. You don't have to go to the extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess going out on a date is about wooing the other person. So you want to, I know some people overdo it,
but woo
and not
me,
everybody like it. Yeah.
I want you to manage my expectations. So
Okay.
so like woo me with something that you can maintain, something that
Would you like your first
down
date
the
to be
line.
in a library?
I love
That's
books.
Why are you laughing?
That's the
Sally?
funny thing. Do you know what's funny?
no,
I
it's
love
just funny,
books.
but some people would like that.
Some people,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
There's a date I went for, like, it was just a funny day. It was a walk. We had a walk, but it ended up.
Oh my
Go
god.
on, spill the beans.
I want to know.
My ancestors is coming for me. 1 second.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
So it was a walk. Yeah. So I said let's take a walk. That was like when lockdown happened last
Okay.
year. Took a walk and I was like, oh, there's this kebab. Because then I used to live in Ealing. So I was like, this kebab place is so nice. You should try it out. I'd like for you to try it. And he was like, oh, I didn't bring my wallet with me. I'm like, it's fine. I'm the one that's a list of walk, so it's fine. I would buy the kebab for you as we're taking the walk. Bought the kebab. He ate. I paid for it, and then I didn't want to buy their drinks in that kebab place because it's like way expensive, like £2
Yeah,
to
it is.
buy drinks in Tesco. So I said, let's
Yeah.
walk into Tesco and I'll buy us drink. So just about to pay like £1 or £2 for our drinks, and then he brought out his wallet to pay. Okay, so and I'm like,
What?
I thought you said you didn't bring your wallet.
It's
Oh,
a miracle.
Testing you.
it's just that no. He said, oh, it's just I didn't expect to buy anything. I'm like, okay, then I've got this. Then I'll buy. I pay for the drink. He said, no, I've got this. I'm like, no, I've got it. I'll buy the drink. So I bought the drink. It's just £2. Then we sat in the car. No, yeah, we walked. So we sat in the park. We're eating. And then he was like, oh, this kebab is banging. I'd like to order some more to take home. So I'm thinking.
So he.
Who you taking kebab to?
I didn't even care for that.
Wow, that
lied.
even came into my mind.
He lied about
It's
his
the fact that
wallet.
you lied. Like there was no need. You could have just said that's not in my budget right now.
Exactly.
And this is the thing. People don't like transparency when they're dating. If you can't afford something, just say I can't afford it. I don't understand. I don't understand this whole. This is why I'm just so sometimes it's just so exhausting dating because it's almost as if you're jumping through rings.
Like he could just, if I was him, I would have kept my wallet in my pocket.
No,
that's what he should have done. He should have taken out.
Yeah.
He should have just kept it. I wouldn't have taken out my wallet because I told you I left my wallet at home.
Exactly, keep it that way.
Because right now that means
he went to order 3 kebabs.
Oh my God. Hope that was the last time you saw that person.
First and last time. I blocked his number.
Very well. If it was me, that wallet, the moment that wallet got missing in the kebab shop, that wallet would go missing forever.
Stingy, man. It's like those typical Igbo akagom guys.
Akagom, yeah.
Wow. He honestly could have. I don't understand that. He honestly could have just said. Like there was literally no need to say I left my wallet at home. You could have just said, okay, it just I wasn't expecting, that wasn't in my budget. I just thought we're coming for a walk, and that's okay. And that's the one thing I honestly
I offered to.
I appreciate. I appreciate honest men. I appreciate men that would be like, you know what, this isn't in my budget. I didn't budget for this. It's like, all right, that's fine. If you didn't budget for something, then it's fine. Okay, I've got it because I understand. There's sometimes
we were supposed to just take a walk anyway. It's just like we wanted to go just take a walk.
So,
and I was like, yo, try out this thing. I'll pay. But he was like, oh, I don't have my wallet. Wow. I said, no, that's fine. I'll pay. I want you to try. It's nice. You love it. So okay, cool.
Lol.
He
doesn't have shame though.
I'm not teaching men how to lie. The thing he could have said, if they don't take card at that kebab shop, he's like, I don't carry cash because I don't carry cash. I don't. The only reason I take money out these days is I don't want to boast on air. It's just to give some people out there, but I don't carry cash. So if they don't take cash in that, they don't take cards, say, look, I've only got my cards here. Then you cover it. Then when we go into Tesco, I know they take cards. That's when I'll say, yeah, I've got my card. Let me cover this. Then you'll be grabbing a bottle of champagne or red wine. So that you spend the equivalent of that kebab. So men out there, you have to spend the equivalent. No, my head is, look, I'm not joking. No, this is June. If we were going for a walk and I bought kebab for me and the girl, and the kebab costs us 15 quid and it's half C. Yeah, that's £7.50. If we went into Tesco, she was offering drink. I ain't taking no bottle of cola. I'm going for a red wine, $7.50. She's buying. I got my money back. Facts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Jude is out here like doing maths.
Don't teach people bad thing, please.
He's calculating.
Yeah,
I
we're on the
want the
table of being
equivalent.
honest.
I want the equivalent of this.
Because what Nana said is right. Sometimes we find it very difficult to say, look, it wasn't in the plans, but so for me to recoup, I'm buying the kebabs, we're going to Tesco, you're buying equivalent. Kebab
Yeah.
must hit you the way he hit me, you know?
Wow. Oh God. That
LOL.
is funny.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. Hi guys, we're still on the subject of dates. Whether you
Yes, we haven't
go out
deviated.
on a dates for money, £1,000 is the offer. So we've got £1,000 right here with us. We're offering Nana or Sandra £1,000.
I am going.
Oh, Nana has accepted it. So
I am going.
we'll be dialing the number at the end.
I
Our
can add it
producer
to
will
my
be giving you
Ghana
that
fund for
1,000.
December.
Yeah.
I
And you
mean,
won't know who
if
you're going out with.
Even if I call
Sandra's
my
not having
boyfriend, I'll be
it.
like, oh, somebody said they'll give me £1,000 if I go on a date with them. Shall I go?
Good.
Before me
So,
say, go.
shall go
So
and
as-
let's split the money, Nana. Let's split.
Eh? I should
Go
go
and
and then
we'll
we'll
split-
split the
we'll
money.
split the money.
So
Oh,
me, I
so-
should go and do the work and be talking.
So you
I
hear,
should go and
folks,
do all the work and
we've
then
got
give
a
you commission.
taker, and we've got Sandra who's still sitting on the
I'm
fence.
in between. Yeah, I don't know yet.
For me, I'll discuss it with my wife as the lovely ladies have advised. But if my wife said, look, I'll start telling her about the new tax code as Nana advised. So, yeah, and the universal credit being cut by 20 quid. There's no food out there.
Oh my
Rashford is
God.
fighting for hungry children. So I'll put all these stories there. And I'll tell my wife too, this will increase our tithes and offering. So see a lot of reasons to get the 1,000.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah. Opportunity comes but once, you need to grab the bull by the horn. Is that not what they said?
Gotta be
So I'll
sharp.
be going
Yeah.
for the 1,000, definitely. I'll be going for the £1,000. So you've agreed, you'll go. You say no.
Still
Sandra, you sure?
undecided. I'm
Are
just.
you sure?
You're still
I don't
undecided.
know. It's just
£1,000. So imagine how many. Do you know how many free dates? How many dates I've been to? I've come back and I've been upset because I've wasted my time. I am being dead serious.
At least if you had £1,000, you'll be okay. I've got this.
I'll be like, exactly. I'll just be like, you know what? You know what? At least I have 1K in my pocket. I'm 1K richer than I was when I left my house.
Exactly.
But sometimes when you and honestly, you're going on this date knowing fully well that this is what it is. Somebody just wants company. It's not as if this is not under the guise of like, I want romantic relationship. Like I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to form a lifelong bond with this person. Purely a business transaction whereby I am going on this date because you want companionship. And let's say you're lonely, and there are people that are lonely, and they are paying for people to do the most mundane things that we don't. We have the. I think it's when you have the privilege of having these relationships yourself. So when people are like, no, like I actually just pay just to have somebody to talk to. It seems crazy, right? But when you don't have these things and it's lacking in your life, I understand why you pay for those services.
I think so. I think also what I'm getting is, money answereth all things is in the Holy Bible. Is there? Money answereth all things. Simple as A, B, C, D. And money makes people happy. I saw some memes on Instagram and I love them.
It sure does.
It says,
I don't think we can deny that.
If I have money and I'm sad, let me be sad in my private jet. That sort of stuff. They were doing some little videos. Yeah. You see, the way we were brought up, the way I was brought up, my mom used to say, money not be everything. And that's the same, my mama, may I so rest in peace.
Everything.
Then turn around and say, I need this, I need that. I'll say, wow, money not be everything. She said, good name was better than money. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Look at my name, for Christ's sake. You don't open no doors. When you mention Tony Blair or the Rothschild or Bill Gates or Dangote, it opened doors. So this is money. So I think we should have that idea about monetizing things. Trust me, it should be there. It's also, for example, one of my friends said he pays the wife. She doesn't go to work. So he pays the wife on top of him managing the whole bills. And some other people were like, no, I can't do that. I pay the whole bills. I still buy them food, buy them clothes. Why should I pay my wife? And this guy was saying, she does all of this, take the children to school so I can go to work. Otherwise, we'll be paying childminder. She does the laundry, she does this. I help with cooking, but I just thought I should still pay her,
Of course.
so that she can have some money to do our own things. And some argued, why would you pay her? There's no point. You pay her and she uses it to still buy things for the house. So these are different views. I just guess we need to be able to monetize these things because money makes the whole world goes around. Trust me.
Go around. Yeah,
Trust
definitely.
me. So if somebody was offering a date for 1,000, 50 quid said, grab it, Sandra. To buy some one travel card now is very expensive. 50 quid will upset some bees. Trust me. 50 quid, I'll go on a date for 50 quid. That makes my whiskey at the end. Yeah. That means my bottle of whiskey at the end of the week is sorted just for going on a date. I have to buy with my own money. So my budget will remain intact. You see? Tesco says every little helps. Yes or no?
Wow.
It's fact. Every little helps. So as a result of that, every little grab it. I know society will call us names and they start saying, look,
I was just about to say that. I think a lot of it really comes down to how we've been socialized. And the fact that when you start to monetize certain things, people just think it's disgusting. And they're like, well, that's why, like I said, a lot of people have issues with certain women asking for certain things before they go on dates and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm like, there's always somebody out there who will be willing, who might agree, who will be willing to do those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with you demanding or asking for certain things, as long as you're aware that, if somebody say they can't do, that's up to you. You're not forcing anybody. I don't think as long as, I think for my thing is, as long as people are choosing for themselves to do what they want. I've just gotten to a point where I'm like, it doesn't really affect me, neither does it impact my life. What's my business? And we're just breaking away from what society deems as being acceptable. I think that's the one thing.
Who put these stupid rules anyway? Who put this
exactly? Because they're man-made, and this is basically what it comes down to. And I always say this, that social norms are not static; they change.
No, they're fluid. They move.
Definitely change.
Yeah, they change. So that, like, I don't think there's any reason with you dictating for yourself what you want to do.
Sandra, you asked a very good question. You said, who put these rules? Nana said man-made. Great, but we're talking now, what we're saying now can take a whole life of its own. People listening to us. Yeah. And I'm saying monetize everything. Because at the end of the day, you live in a society, in a system that is so brutal.
Mm-hmm. Why? It is.
When it's so brutal, they won't even, I don't know how to put it. I was walking past Leicester Square this morning between 10 and 11 this morning. I can't count how many homeless people I saw. Young and old people just lying in that cold. And Leicester Square is so bad every evening. And the whole place was wet because the cleaners have come to flush the whole dirt and all of that. God forbids someone falls behind. Your landlord don't take, you were good. You paid your rent well. The bank said you paid your mortgage on time. They give you a period of grace and that's it. So why waste your time for something that someone could pay you for anyway? Like what Nana said. I've been to dates and I come back and I was upset. That was a waste of time. But if you had £1,000 in your bag, you'd be like, wow, that's rent sorted or mortgage sorted. You don't have to think. So I guess we need to look into all of those monetization. That's what we didn't do on time. And I'm saying all of this just for people to listen to, but I'm almost schooled in my own ways. I don't think of money as answering all things. And I tell people I'm honest. And that's why I'm where I am. I'm not wealthy because my mindset about money was I shouldn't go for it. I should be content with what I have. That's why I'm where I am. But if I was taught a different pattern of thoughts, like go get it. No, don't kill anybody for it, but go get it. It makes your life comfortable. You grew in that sort of system. Then I will think about money differently. So that's my thing. So I don't think people should waste people's time. You need to pay for it. Trust me, especially in London. Things are not cheap,
London is expensive.
So I say grab it, 50 quid, 100 quid. It comes.
So where can we apply?
Google it. Google, help us.
Google answer us all.
You'll be surprised what's going on out there, a lot. In our field of work, we call something befriending services. As a local authority, it's our statutory duty to provide that. There's loads of third sector agencies who offer the service, like Age UK and the others. So we offer, as part of care package, befriending services. But there are those who are wealthy, who don't want to go through local authority, don't want local authority in their business. These ones actually pay for people to go out with them to theaters, go sit with them. And sometimes it's not like they want a romantic date, but it could be an older guy who's like 70, he's lost a wife along the line, and they just want to have that conversation with the opposite sex so that they can feel alive again. They say, come with me twice every week, where me and my wife used to go to. We used to go watch movies, so and have these honest conversations with them. And they pay you, going to turn around and say, no, I'm not taking it. I'm taking it. I'm grabbing it very quick with my two hands. So
but if there was no money involved, Sandra, would you do it for free? So let's just say it doesn't have to be like in terms of like a love interest. Let's say, I don't know, there's someone that says, okay, I just need yeah, but there's no money involved. They just want somebody to talk to. Because I've done that. I've been out on a walk. I used to actually, in the night, I used to go out, I used to take walks. And there was one time I was just walking, and this old man came up to me, and he was like, he said hello. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry to do this, but can we just like, can I accompany you on your walk and we can just talk? And I said yes. And I walked around Walthamstow with him just talking. Nothing sexual. It was absolutely, we just spent just walking. And I actually went a couple of times. He'd be like, oh, are you up for a walk today? And that became something that we did. We just used to walk around Walthamstow, walking and talking.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was walking to clear my head because I was going through it at that time. And it was honestly so nice to just have a stranger just walking and just talking about it. It was very nice, not focusing on what was happening in my life at that present moment.
I guess. Go on.
And I didn't even think about it. And I'm thinking about it now. If I had that opportunity presented to me and it involved like money, I would do it. Why not? Something I'm doing for free. Somebody's now saying that they'll pay me for it. I'm now saying
I have it at the back of your head. This is London. If you were in Newcastle or Liverpool, I'll say, okay, don't bother.
Because Londoners are not very nice people.
Oh my
They can mind their business.
This place is the most brutal place. You'll be surprised how lonely people are.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. A lot of wealthy people, you'll be so surprised. It's a very brutal place. People don't care about you. People don't care. So it's a tough place. So always have that at the back of your head. This is London, man. Anything goes. You'll be surprised the transactions that happens on a daily. But I guess we've touched on so many aspects of this date and befriending. But I guess before we leave, we need to deal with the question again. What constitutes a date? What constitutes a date? Is it something that someone has to have interest in you? What constitutes
a little interest?
Because if I was asking somebody on a date, the opposite, I won't be asking a guy on a date. I would say, Frank, man, let's go out on a date. You'll be like,
you can go on
what?
No, but I think is it not just because we're thinking about the labels that we attach to it? Because sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on a date, I'm going on a friendship date. It's more to do with the language that we attach to it. So when you say
do we say friendship?
Automatically, people think it has to be a romantic interest. I think that's
it doesn't have to. It doesn't have.
But
to.
it doesn't have to be. But that's our association. We think of dates and automatically, oh, it's a romantic thing. You know, it's somebody that you're romantically interested in. You can't. And I'm like, at the end of the day, dating is literally getting to know somebody. Yeah, you can go on dates to make friends. Like sometimes, you know, when you meet people and you're like, oh, I kind of like them. You're like, oh yeah, let's meet up for drinks. Technically, that's quote unquote will constitute as a date.
You think if I get up today and I said to my wife, I'm going on a date with Lucy, she's a colleague at work. You said,
That's the thing. Is
what do you think is coming to our head?
It's language, and that's what I said. Automatically, she's going to think it's romantic.
So
that's how we've been conditioned. Maybe if you said to your wife, "I'm going out for drinks. I'm grabbing drinks with Lucy from work," she wouldn't bat an eyelid.
Then she'll say, "Who else will be there? Will Frank be there? Will James be there?" I'm like, no.
Oh, really?
How many people are going to be there?
Lucy.
Definitely.
I'm just pushing you.
Well, she probably
it's just Lucy. It's just me and Lucy.
Personally,
why are you going on a date with Lucy? That's what she's going to ask. Why are you going on a?
Yeah.
drink with
I'm not
Lucy.
married, so I think it's completely different circumstances. But I'm trying to see it from your perspective.
Okay.
If she was like, why
say
Lucy?
you have a boyfriend. Say you have a boyfriend, and you say, Mark, I'm going out on a date today with Jude from work.
Yeah.
And Mark start asking, who else
He
will
would
be there?
but he'd be like, no, I think he would ask. He'd be like, wait, date as in like, or are you just going out for like work drinks, or is it like romantic? I'll be like, oh no, we're just going out just for drinks. But it all depends, like if you like your work colleagues.
But again, it's
because I have work colleagues that I form friendship with, and I would have no issue going out with those. But there's certain work colleagues that we don't have that rapport. So if I came home and said I'm going on a date with this person, the person would even look at me and say, but you don't really like this person. Why are you doing that? I think that's a distinction.
I guess there's the intention behind it,
Yeah, and we spend a lot of time at work. We can't you probably spend more time. I mean, these days we're working from home, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But you spend so much of your time at work that you will form friendships and bonds with people at work. There's a very close relationship at work. There's a reason why a lot of people tend to have anyway.
Anyway, I guess at my place of work, we're almost all married, and once they invite anyone for drinks, they quickly say, "You can bring your family."
Oh, okay.
They don't want no drama. They just say, "Family can come." They don't want no drama at all. They do that a lot. They say you can come with your family. Say great, yeah. So yeah, folks at home, we've been discussing whether if you were offered money, you would go out on a date, and what constitutes a date. I have agreed I will go for £50 because Tesco saves every little helps. Sandra, at this junction, Sandra is still on the fence.
To reevaluate.
Oh, she's agreed to reevaluate. So we'll come back to you guys on that. But Nana is open to it. So it's 2 against 1. I'm open. I'm open for it. But mind you, we're not experts in anything, so we're not telling you.
It's not fraud. Exactly. It's not anything.
Exactly. No.
It's literally
we're not encouraging anybody. We're just
we're not encouraging anyone. I'm not saying start charging your guy for dates or start charging the girl for dates, but if you could milk it and get money out of it, why not? This is London. It's quite tough.
Jude is on the extreme level with his expecting your romantic interest people to offer you money for the
no, again, before we go, but you'll be surprised though, if say I was your work colleague and I said, Nana, do you want to go out for a drink after work today? And you said, Jude, will you be able to give me 50 quid for the date? And I then said, no. Then you will know my intention already that this one is not serious. Don't you think it would be a good deterrent to weed out the one already?
But you know what? I mean, not necessarily. It might be that the person that you're dealing with, £50 is like nothing to them, or £100 or £500 to them is nothing. Like in those instances where you have people where money in itself isn't an issue, like they can still waste your time.
Yeah. It's just weird. They will still waste your time. For the money. It's just weird.
I don't think.
Yeah, I know, Sandra. Sandra is weird. It is weird because we're not used to it. But I'm saying, get used to it. Get used to it.
Why do you think we're going to be seeing? I think Jude is onto something. He thinks is it going to be a norm? I can understand. Like I can understand the websites that specifically like offer these type of services.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
From a business perspective, completely understand it. But I don't know if I want to take that practice into my everyday life. I think I can definitely accept doing it from a business perspective, whereby I'm like, okay, I know that I'm offering in the same way that I would charge my client, I don't know, however many pounds per hour for my services as a trainee. It's like, that's how I'm thinking about it. And from a business perspective, I can understand it, but not on my everyday life. In my everyday life, I don't think I want to put money on the human interaction that I have in my everyday life. If I'm trying to, if I decide that I'm doing it purely for business purposes, and I'm going to do it properly. I'm not going to, I wouldn't mix the two. I would just keep it as business. I think I'd keep them separate.
Sandra, any final thoughts?
I wouldn't do it.
Good. I
Wow.
guess
Okay. She stuck to her
we'll wrap it
guns.
up here with the
I wouldn't do
beautiful
it.
way Nana has ended it. Nana said, you don't want to bring that into your personal. I guess you're trying to say we should keep the human about this whole relationship still in the relationship. It's about that human connection. It's not something that we should
Yes.
monetize. It's great. I've pushed you to to see, can we monetize our relationship? And you've said no, we should still keep the
Yeah.
human, the
Yeah,
connection,
like
the
I wouldn't let.
genuineness there. So I think that's a very good food for thought to take out there. You know, I was playing the devil's advocate. Look, if I was younger, I had these thoughts, man. Oh boy, if I don't make money, all the time they've disappointed me. So I guess that's why my head is working that way. So thank you very much for your thoughts. Thank you very much for your thoughts, and thank you for those you told us today, and those you kept. I know Sandra is holding back. I know she's going to come back. I know you're not too feeling well, so thank you very much. You've done your best for us today, just to make today a memorable one. I know we're going to come back, still be discussing all of this. So, to all the viewers at home, thank you very much for coming so far with us tonight. And I want to say, to end this all, none of us are advocating anything. We're just here giving our opinions. You hit us with your opinions too on the chat, and we can discuss that later on. And from me, Jude, and from Sandra, and from Nana, we'll say bye-bye. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button, the like buttons, and follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. We're on Spotify. The podcast is great. When I'm out on my walks or in the kitchen, it's very fun when you listen to it. I laugh when I hear the things that I said. I'm like, wow, I said that, really? So it's really good when you listen to it, when you're having your tea, your coffee, or chopping those onions. Okay, from us, we say good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.